Good afternoon. You're watching Vorticity. Whether we are tracking Ian live right now, as you can see on your screen, kind of got a lot of information at once right now. So again, we're tracking Ian, and we've got our storm scan live Doppler on the left-hand side of your screen right now, and then we're looking out in Tampa Bay also. As you can see, and you can just tell the winds by the way the raindrops move across the camera lens there. You can tell those winds are definitely kicking up there. We've got Lorante Barbie in with us with the latest information on Ian. Lorante.
So, yeah, like I said, right now, of course, Ian has been causing so much rain. I will tell you guys, I've gotten a lot of videos today of just the damage that Ian has caused today. A lot of people have been dealing with wind, a lot of heavy rain, and in some spots, we've been dealing with tornado warnings today. And if I'm correct, we do have a tornado watch that is also in effect too for a good.
Yes, that's on the screen right now.
Yeah, awesome sauce. I did get do want to update you with this one really quickly. We have a flash flood warning that is very super important. This one is for Charlotte, Manatee, and Sarasota County in Florida. This is out until 7:15 p.m. Eastern daylight time. So for y'all, it would be 7:15. And then there's another one as well. I do believe that there's another flash flood warning as well. We've seen so much rain, so I kind of expect to see flash flood warnings. And then, of course, National Weather Service earlier issued extreme high wind warning. I'm not quite sure if you guys got that earlier as well, but again, a lot of times we don't really issue extreme high wind warning unless there is some storms that are really going to be triggering some very excessive winds with this. The last time that I knew, we were still we were about 100 and what was it, 150, 155 miles per hour with this storm. I think it was 150 with Ian. I do think that we are going down, slowly showing some trend of going down, but this storm is still packing a punch here. And of course, like I said, we've got hurricane warnings, we've got flash flood warnings, we've just got, and there you'll note on your screen on Storm Scan right now, where we do have that tornado watch that is in effect. It even stretches from Orlando to Palm Bay. You get down to Port St. Lucie. I mean, it just stretches all the way down. So again, Jackson, what is the timing on that tornado watch that they have out?
Yeah, and again, I just want to reiterate, we have also, if you can tell at the bottom of your screen, we've got that watch crawling there. This watch is set to go until 1 in the morning. Again, I'm going to be honest, I'm thinking this could be extended just because the bands of Ian. And you remember last night, I mean, we had almost 25 warnings in effect for Collier County since noon yesterday. So again, tornadoes, that would be tornado warnings. So again, tornado warnings are very likely. You can see this watch here on your screen. That yellow includes a good chunk of the Treasure Coast here. This does include, you can see there, Port St. Lucie, all the way up to about Daytona. West Palm, you're not included in this, but again, just a heads up to you in those areas.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, like I said, this thing has been really packing a serious. This thing has really been packing a serious punch. And of course, yeah, no, you're fine. I've got this for now. So guys, this thing has really been packing a punch here. Winds are still excessive right now. So if you are, hopefully you guys were able to make it, out of the area. Because of course, if you're still in Florida right now, things are going to get a little hairy, because this is still expected to last. Really for the remainder of the night is what we're going to be watching here. And of course, as you're looking at Storm Scan, just kind of churning in there, you just watching them just kind of churn that there. This thing is still packing a punch. Okay. It is still packing a punch, and we want you guys to be weather aware. If you know anybody that is in Florida, it is best that they heed our warning. Like we said a couple days before even Ian was even made it into the Florida area, that it would be best to go ahead and start packing, going maybe coming here to Tennessee, because here in Tennessee we've got great weather right now. I mean, just flawless weather right now. And you know, this is what I was saying. I know Andrew probably agree with me. Florida's getting hammered right now. Sunshine State is getting hammered right now. You step foot into Tennessee, and it is just flawless. Beautiful weather, cooler weather. I wish that this hurricane could have waited just a little while longer, just so folks had a little more time to be able to prepare for this event. But like I said, it's okay. You've got me, you've got Jackson, and you've got Andrew as well. We're gonna help you through this here. And like I said, it's still packing quite a bit of a punch here. I have been noticing some lightning strikes with this as well. Andrew, I've got a video that I want you to pull up here. This video was sent in to me a little earlier. Got lots of videos that were sent in to me earlier. And let me tell you something. I guess I have to pull it up. It was in Florida, where they tried to barricade themselves in a door, and that it didn't work out right. It did not work out right at all. And then I guess got another video that was sent in to me from Florida as well, where they are saying that the entire road is flooded in Florida where they live at. So Andrew, I'm going to send this to you as much as I possibly can, because earlier this was not flooded at all. Like, it was not flooded at all. But now all of a sudden the roads are now flooded. So let me see if I can get these videos into you, see if we can get that pulled up on the Vorticity Live here, because this is something that folks need to see. They need to heed this warning, because even if you are not seeing this right now, if you still have family that are in the mix of this, it's still good to kind of let them know. Andrew, I just sent you the pictures of the video that I was wanting you to see. See if we can pull that up there. And of course, he's communicating with me through text, so we're kind of going back and forth here. So just kind of bear with us there for just a second. And it's taking quite a minute to see in, so hopefully it'll come in just right. I'm also reading text messages too, so just kind of bear with me, guys. Hang on just a sec. We're trying to get videos sent in. May have to send it in to Jackson, see if he can get it pulled up. Okay, as we wait on them, I'm going to see if I can get Andrew. I think he might have stepped off of camera for a second. Andrew, if you are still on, see if we can get see if we can get a camera pulled up in Tampa Bay. Just kind of take a look and see what's going on, see if we can get another look there. I know, Andrew, you're only allowed to do so much at a time, but if you're on here, see if we can get see if we can get a Tampa Bay camera pulled up here on the right side screen, just so folks can be able to see what's going on on one side of their screen. But for now, of course, I don't think either one of them are on right now. Let's see here. I don't think that either one of them are on, so that's okay. Um, we're still going to wing it as much as possible. So, of course, that tornado watch that again that you see highlighted in yellow, that is for good portions of the Sunshine State. Okay, this doesn't include everybody in the Sunshine State, but this does include the Florida area and the West North Atlantic coast. Okay, so we are watching that very, very carefully here. There is a few tornadoes that are going to be possible. We could see a few outer band supercells and tornadoes that will remain possible across the east central Florida through this evening and into tonight in advance of the weakening core of Hurricane Ian continuing to move towards the central Florida area. Now, the tornado watch area is approximately along in 35 statute miles east and west of a line from 5 miles northeast of Daytona Beach, Florida, to 40 miles southeast of Vero Beach, Florida. And of course, tornado watch means conditions are favorable for tornadoes and severe thunderstorms in and close to the watch areas. Persons in these areas should be on the lookout for threatening weather conditions, and of course, listen for the latest forecasts and possible warnings. So remember, this is kind of what we talk about all the time. So again, watch means watch out, have a plan ready. Okay, this is that kind of discussion that we're talking about here. So right now, it's just a tornado watch, but it can lead into a tornado warning. Okay. So tornadoes and a few severe thunderstorms with hail surfaces aloft to 0.5 inches, extreme turbulence and surface wind gusts to 50 knots. A few cumulonimbi with maximum top to 500 mean storm motion vector. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of watch all this very, very carefully here. Just kind of reading to you what I possibly can here because I can't do so much because I don't have the access to be able to control the screens here. But Jackson will be back as soon as possible. I don't think Andrew is on here because I think I tried mentioning his name several times. I don't think he's on here. There we go. No, I don't think he's on here, but that's quite okay. We're going to swing this. All right, let me see here. Yep. We're going to swing this as much as we possibly can. So again, if you're just in Florida, just kind of be mindful of, if you are having to get in your safe spot, these winds are crazy. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you these winds are crazy. Winds are out of the control. And of course, we're going to have to continue to kind of monitor everything here. But I'm going to kind of step off for just 1 second as I'm waiting for Jackson and Andrew to return.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. There we are. Jackson, I'm going to step off for just 1 second. I've got to reply to a quick text message.
Yeah, you're good. So again, like Lorante was talking about, we're continuing to track Ian, and you can see this very well on the storm scans. And again, it's kind of one of those things here. We've got, and a lot of people know this happens a lot with tropical systems. We've got both, obviously the hurricane threat, and then we've got the tornado threat with this, which is what this polygon is on here for. So, I should say these counties shaded in. So I'm going to pull off the radar data and see we've got a good look at this tornado watch here. Again, that information is on the bottom of your screen, and this does go until 1 a.m. Eastern time. And Lorante, we haven't had a tornado warning since about 3-ish hours ago. I believe our last tornado warning was for Osceola County. And again, that was about 3 hours ago. So again, we haven't had any tornado warnings right now. That's good. But you could see that threat is possible with that tornado watch in effect now. We do have a flash flood warning for portions of Charlotte County, DeSoto County, Hardy, Highlands, Lee, Manatee, and Sarasota counties. And again, that goes until It looks like 8 p.m. So again, heads up for those areas here. You can see this on my map right here, that polygon, where this is. So again, let's turn on some rainfall data here. This is 1 hour rainfall, and again, this is only an hour, and we're already seeing a ton of rain. Actually, here, let's put on 3. This is 3 hours of rainfall. And you can see we've got a ton in those areas. I mean, even just moving it down to 1, you can see portions of DeSoto, Sarasota, Hardy, and Manatee counties are seeing tons and tons of rain at the moment, which is not good. So, again, we're tracking that right now. I will say it's starting to look like here, and let me pan this out. Again, let me read off that latest advisory. I don't know if we've got off right now. And again, tracking Ian, the 5th strongest hurricane since record. So that just kind of tells you what we've got. What we've got here. Again, we're getting some videos in. And by the way, I'm just hearing, and Lorante, this is kind of update for you too. I'm hearing now from Pinellas County that customers near the St. Pete area or St. Petersburg area, many power outages there. And again, this is also their I like how they're mentioning this too. Please use caution when using candles and make sure your generators are placed outdoors and away from windows, doors, or your garage doors. So again, just a heads up for those using generators. You don't want to have that those fumes blowing on your house. Make sure they're a good distance away from windows and your garage if your garage is open at the moment. So again, same thing goes with candles. Please be careful when using candles. And we're also hearing Lorante.
Yes.
Do we have okay, so we're hearing now from the CBS affiliate in Fort Myers, WINK, we're hearing that there is pretty decent amount of storm surge right outside of their studios. And again, they're located in Fort Myers, I believe. So just that kind of goes to show another thing we've got going on here. And again, they've moved to a temporary studio on higher ground. So that's good news for them there. Doesn't sound like anything has been damaged or equipment has been damaged in their studio. Looking at the latest on storm scan with Ian, you can see heavy rain impacting portions of DeSoto, Hardy, Sarasota, and Manatee counties at the moment, as well as portions of Charlotte County that we're watching here. And I'm going to switch it to velocity just to kind of pan around and see if we've got any winds with this. So let's do that here. And at the moment, I'm not seeing anything that looks like we need to be concerned about. So that's a good thing with this. Of course, we'll continue to watch that as we kind of progress on through this. And we've gotten some videos here. I think Lorante is posting some of those out right now. We will have all of those reposted on our account here.
And I was, my friend was actually, she had sent me in some videos. I've got another one that I'll post here in just a few. But I was just kind of letting everybody know that, just updating on what's happening with her. And she's all right. But she says her entire road is flooded. The entire road is flooded right now. So the best thing she's doing is staying inside right now. Now, I can show you a video that is also on my page from a little earlier ago. Before Ian made landfall in her area, you could still see every car. Now that the video I just posted just a few moments ago, you can't even see no cars on the road right now. You can't see it. So that just pretty much tells you how much rain is falling within this storm, how much wind is associated with this storm right now. And we are encouraging you that if you are in the inside, staying away from it, make sure you are on a higher base level. Okay. We want to make sure you're on a higher base level because these rainfall totals, the water is rising. We don't want you to we don't want anybody getting hurt. We want everybody to be safe within this certain amount of time because this is still going to continue at least through the overnight hours. We should start seeing things kind of calm down after midnight tonight, especially right around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You're still going to have to deal with a little bit of rain, but it's not going to be as bad as what we're dealing with right now with Hurricane Ian. I was also looking at some forecast models too. It looks like rain is going to kind of move out of the area by 2, 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. But still, after this is done, there's going to be so much cleanup that folks are going to have to do. And there could be some fatalities that we don't know about. I mean, there's just so much stuff that you got to think about after the storm. And that's why we're going to be right here to go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I do have an update though. We just got this into our newsroom. A countywide curfew will go into effect at 8 p.m. tonight in Flagler County. Again, that's in portions of Central Florida. A countywide curfew is going in effect until 8 o'clock tonight. So again, heads up to those areas. Also, Volusia County, countywide curfew at 8 p.m. Both today and tomorrow. So again, 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. And the sheriff's department is urging residents to lock up. And he's also noting that he also quoted, this is a quote, burglars love power outage. So again, power outages. So again, just a heads up for you, countywide, if you're under countywide curfew and you have power outages, if you have power outages in general tonight, make sure all your doors are locked. Because if you have a security system, it's likely not working with that power being out. So again, that's just that's a bit of information we have. We don't have any information on any other counties at the moment. It doesn't look like, but again, we'll continue to update you with the latest.
That's right. It is 5:31 our time, so it'd be 6:31 in the downtown Florida area. We are doing our team coverage here, tracking Hurricane Ian here. And you know what, Jackson? Ian was 2 miles per hour away, shy of being a Category 5 hurricane today. Thank God that didn't necessarily happen, but literally 2 miles per hour shy of being a Category 5 hurricane. Yeah. And that says how much strength. And this system is not scared to destroy anything in its path right now. It is showing some signs of weakening, but of course, it's more so the rain that's what's going to be causing as much issues. Can we get let's see if we can pull up our camera out of the Tampa Bay area here really quick. Right now,
it looks like we may have lost it. We'll try to get that reloaded.
All right, so we're going to try to.
I do want to say we did just get a new update, and this is just coming into our newsroom. City of Naples is issuing a curfew effective immediately. So again, the city of Naples is under a curfew effective immediately in Collier County. So again, they are saying this does not apply to first responders, but again, Naples is under a curfew effective immediately. We also have a various list of roads that are now flooded in Collier County. First Avenue North and Gulf Shore Boulevard is impassable. Pelican Avenue, Creighton Cove, Napoleon Way, Gulf Shore Boulevard South. So again, we're getting a lot of information. Looks like good different areas of Gulf Shore Boulevard are flooded. Again, the Bay Bridge is closed, but we're getting reports the Park Shore Bay Bridge, it is closed, but they are saying it is now 3/4 the way up the channel marker. So again, water is rising. And that's the reason for the Bay Bridge being flooded. Also, water is coming in to It looks like fire stations across portions of Naples. So again, just and the reason the evacuation orders were issued is because they're another one reason that the evacuation orders were issued, so they don't put their first responders in danger, the county officials and the local officials. I mean, with this Naples Fire Department having water coming in the storm surge, that could cause some trouble for them. So again, just a heads up for all of those areas. Um, we're continuing to see Vanderbilt Beach. I mean, we're continuing to get storm surge reports in as well. More than 6 feet above normal tide um, is in portions of Naples. So again, that's a lot. And but the previous record was, I believe, it was four. It might have been 4.20 back during Hurricane Irma in 2017. So again, we're above that now in Naples. And again, they are urging you in Marco Island to take shelter, move to the highest point of your home, and stay there. Again, that's from the Marco Island Police Department. Lorante?
Yeah, I was actually just looking at some reports here just a few moments ago, especially with some of these these hurricane kind of reports here. Winds are anywhere, so it is showing some signs of weakening. Just looked at one; it was 140 miles per hour. When this thing started, though, it was right at 150 to 155 miles per hour. So it is showing some signs of weakening. And of course, just as Jackson just mentioned to you, with those curfews. Most folks you would think would kind of get the idea. If it's raining, if it's storming, stay inside. Don't come out, especially in events like this. You just don't want to be around it. As you're looking at Storm Scan right now, you can kind of tell this thing is really it's showing some signs of weakening. It's still packing a punch. This is heading straight for the tornado watch area now. That's why they're under that watch there. We've had a couple of tornado warnings. I think we had one or two so far today out in the Florida area. We've had more flash flood warnings than we've had anything else. And of course, with the high wind warnings, Jackson, when we take a break here, because we're going to take a break here at about 5:40. I'm going to get set up with some of the Florida NWSs. That way, I can kind of keep up with some updates here.
Yeah.
So I can be able to, help you out with as much as, because you guys know more about the Florida area than I do. Because I am a Nashville-based station, so it's a little tricky, but it's also fun to kind of do this. But like I said, have you noticed how this thing has just kind of showed some weakening throughout the day? I mean, first it started out big and strong, and now it's still strong, but it's showing some signs of weakening right now, which is what we want. I've heard from a lot of people that. Yeah, there he is on the right-hand side screen. I've heard a lot of people today. This is the video that was sent from Riley Roberts, who lives out in the southwestern part of Florida, where they just got hammered today. And like I said, if you continue to scroll through my Twitter page, you will look. I may actually send it to you so you don't have to constantly continue to scroll. But there's the first video. Look at that. Roads are flooded, just terrible, just literally terrible. But I mean, I'm going to show you the first video. First, they just got the early impacts of it. I'm going to show you this video too. I'm going to tweet it to you. Actually, yeah, if you see it, if you kind of scroll down, Jackson, she quote unquote said, "We are in the eye right now, but we are going to get the back end soon." I said, that is what my friend says is currently happening right now. And I was telling her to please be safe. This tweet was 3 hours ago, but I still want you to kind of show that. So let me actually send this to you through SMS real quick so you can kind of get this, because you're going to be like, wow, this is just crazy. So I'm going to pull it. I just sent it to you through Twitter. And you might actually, if you continue to scroll, you might find it. Yeah, there it is right there. So there's a look at it. Notice the difference between the two. If you just look at the difference here. In this video, there was wind. There was already a tree that was knocked down. There was a little bit of rain, but you can still see the cars. You can still see the cars.
Yeah. Can we weather command? Can we pop? Let's pop down that banner at the bottom.
Yeah.
There we go. This is a better look at it.
There we go. So of course, like I said, trees knocked down. I mean, everything was just insane. And but you could still see the cars. But when you look back at the newer video that I just posted that she sent to me just a few moments ago, that entire road is now covered
Mm.
and merged in water. And the only thing that she said that she's doing is staying inside. She said it is going to be a mess cleaning this up. So, folks, this is just how dangerous it is being in a hurricane and not heeding somebody's warning. And thank you, Jackson, for pulling up that video and just showing folks of how dangerous this system can be. That's why we want you to stay where when we tell you guys, hey, uh, if you can leave early, go to a different state or something like that, please do that. If you've got family somewhere like in Tennessee, just like I was telling you, Jackson, I don't think you heard, I said this earlier. I said the major two differences Sunshine State is getting hammered right now with Hurricane Ian. And then you come to Tennessee, it is bright. It's flawless out here right now. I mean, flawless. Temperatures are cool right now. I mean, everything is good right now. So if you've got family, friends, whatever that will let you stay up here in Tennessee, come on down here. All right. Until then, you know that the coast is clear to go back home to where you are. But right now, you're looking at storm scan Doppler radar here. We are actually going to take 5. We will be back at 5:45. We've still got lots more ahead. We're going to try to get camera pulled up for you here. We're also going to try to get some other stuff in for you. We're going to try to get some more videos in for you guys as well. So just hang in there. There's lots more right here on Vorticity Weather Live.
Welcome back. As you can see, we're tracking Ian as we have been as we've continued to been tracking all day. I'm trying to read reports at the same time. So, again, the latest on Ian, we've been tracking this storm for quite some time. You can see moving in. It's in Florida right now, and again, we do have a tornado watch in effect, as you can see. So that's been one of the big stories as well. With Ian is the tornadoes that are possible out of this tropical system here. So I'm gonna pause this loop here, and we're gonna do this. And again, I'm gonna pull off the radar data for a moment just to show our tornado watch in effect. As you can see, this does include Orlando and those sections there. As you can see, so again, good portion of the Treasure Coast and portions of Central Florida. And we also do have a flash flood warning in effect for Manatee, Sarasota, Charlotte, Lee, DeSoto, and Hardy counties, portions of those counties there, as you can see. And that's just from all the rainfall that has already fallen. And here's a look. This is just 1 hour rainfall in these areas. You can see it is quite a lot. Right there, we are going to continue to see this number go up. We've got Lorante Barbie live with us, and one thing I want to do is just take a look at winds, because it's always, sometimes with tropical systems there could be a spin up, and it can just be hard to miss since they're so quick. So again, right now we're not looking at anything at the moment that looks like at least we need to be concerned with as far as tornadoes go. So again, we're doing good in that. We're doing good with that. So again, we're going to continue to watch that. And Larante's kind of got eyes on radar in the background as well with us here. So again, we got reports of road closures, storm surge, roads flooded, and there are even some curfews in effect. So again, we've got all of that information here. So again, tracking Ian, and I mean it's you can see we've got a lot going on here. We do have those strong winds, as you can see, even looking at velocity. We've got those really strong winds, those lighter colors there indicating those strong winds. As you can see in portions of western Florida, again, moving into portions of DeSoto and Hardy counties is likely when you're going to start seeing that too. So just a heads up to those to those areas there. So again, with that in mind, we do have some more closings coming in. I do want to kind of read these off, so give me just a moment to
while you're doing that, I was going to read the
do that. Yeah, go ahead. All right.
Go into detail with that. So again, just as Jackson mentioned, I just made a tweet on Twitter just a few moments ago about the latest on the flash flood warning that we do have in effect. This is the latest one that's come in. This is for Charlotte County, DeSoto County, Hardy County, Highlands County, Lee County, Manatee County, and Sarasota County in Florida. And we're going to go in a little bit of detail on that. So Jackson, really quickly, if we can zoom in on that brand new flash flood warning that has just been issued for those areas, kind of zoom in on that just really quickly here. Just want to go in depth on that just for a second. There we go. So again, this is for Central Hardy County and the Central Florida area, DeSoto County, and the South Central Florida area, Southwestern Highlands County and South Central Florida, Charlotte County, and the southwestern part of Florida as well. And then we've got the Northern Lee County that's in southwestern Florida. Eastern Manatee County also is in and then let's see here. So Northern Lee County, Eastern Manatee County, and West Central Florida, Sarasota County, and West Central Florida. So those are what we have there. This flash flood warning is out until 9 o'clock tonight. So this is going to be 8 o'clock our time, 9 o'clock their time there. At about 5:52, Doppler radar was indicating some very heavy rain associated with Hurricane Ian that is producing heavy rain across the Warren area. Between 5 and 16 inches of rain has already fallen across the area, and additional rainfall amounts of 3 to 6 inches are going to be possible in the Warren areas through 9 p.m. tonight. Flash flooding is either ongoing or it is expected to begin very, very shortly. Remember, the impacts from this flash flooding of small creeks, streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas as well. I'm going to include some of these other locations really quickly before I turn it back over to Jackson really quickly, because he's got some information to update you guys. We're going to get to him in just a few short moments. So some locations that will experience flash flooding will include the Cape Coral area, Northport, Sarasota, Bradenton, Punta Gorda, Arcata, Wachalua, Port Charlotte, Southeast Arcadia, Mayaca City, Charlotte County Airport, Mayaca River State Park, Babcock Webb, WMA, Babcock Ranch, Anna, Lake Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, Sarasota Springs, Southgate Ridge, and Gulf Gate East State. So those areas, remember, turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. And remember, just because you're able to make it drive through the first time does not mean you will be able to do it a second time. It is 5:52. We're going to hand it back over to Jackson with some updates. And Jackson, you were talking about some closings, so let's go ahead and get right to that.
Yeah, we have some closings now. Again, this is for portions of the Treasure Coast. Again, Palm Beach County schools will be closed tomorrow. Martin County schools will be closed tomorrow, as well as St. Lucie, Indian River, Okeechobee, and Okeechobee County. So again, those are just some information. Palm Beach County, Martin County, St. Lucie, Indian River, and Okeechobee County schools will be closed tomorrow.
All right. And there you have it. So again, those are the latest schools that are going to be closed tomorrow. And I do expect some more schools that are going to be impacted by Hurricane Ian to close. More schools to come in later on through the night, especially as you're sleeping. I expect a good handful of schools to be in this list, because this is very, very important here. We're going to continue to keep an eye on those school closures for you. And of course, with flooding being a main threat, it would be really hard for a lot of these school buses to kind of just, make it through that water. I mean, getting those kids out on that bus in the morning, I mean, that's going to be a little difficult. And a lot of parents would probably keep their child home from school tomorrow anyways. So we're going to continue to watch the latest on these school closures for you. Jackson, I am going to send you one more video that was sent in to me a little earlier today. Let me see if I can get that video pulled up to you. Let's see if we can get this video pulled up. I may have to tweet this out and then send it to you, or you can do it like that. Or if I can go ahead and send this to you now, that would be amazing. Let's do that. This video was actually from, where did this video come from? It's come from a Vorticity. I don't know what the name of that area is. But that is where it comes from. Let me see if I can. Vance, Florida. I think that's where that video come from.
Okay. Yeah, we can get that.
And now this video may be a little disturbing to some folks, but this just lets you know how hurricanes can be. Jackson, I just sent it to you. Let me see if I can actually. There we go. Let me see if I can do it like that. Let me see. There we go. So very, very scary situation here.
I'll tell you what, would it be easier for you to you can screen share that directly into this channel.
There we go. All right. Let's see if I can get that done.
You can just share your screen. We can pop it right in the switcher.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen. There we go. Gonna do that right now. Sorry, give me just a second here. There we go. All right, so I'll come here and then I will do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. See if I can go ahead and get this pulled in. All right. So this is the video. I'm about to get it pulled up now. This video was earlier today. I don't know if you guys were able to get that video or not.
Yeah, we've got it rolling.
Oh
yeah, that's. Oh wow.
This is very, very, very terrifying when you see this. And I don't know if the viewers can see this or not.
Yeah, we've got it on there.
But you see this, I mean, it just melts your heart. To safety, go to shelter, and then they think that they're covered. It happened. That was just rising, busting that door wide open. Just listen to how aggressive that water sounds. We're going to show you one more time. And this is,
let's pop down all the banners if we can.
Yeah, I'll do that. So we're going to show you this video one more time, just because we want you to be aware of what's going on. So let's go ahead and show you that. And if you notice at the bottom there, if I go take it back, notice there's already water that's already in the building already. There's already tons of water already. And then of course you see this. I mean, it's insane how this can happen.
Oh yeah.
So that is the video that I just wanted to share with you guys. That's very, very important. And when you see videos like that, I mean, it just melts your heart when you see videos like that.
We have some new school closings coming in for portions of Central Florida. These are a number of counties. So let me read this. Lake, Marion, Flagler, Orange, Brevard, Osceola, Polk, Seminole, Sumter, and Bellagio County. Again, that's for portions of Central Florida. The majority of those schools are closed both tomorrow and Friday.
That's good. So we've got
except for, I will say, in Marion County, Westport High will be closed, but they're using Westport High as a shelter.
Right, so we've got more schools that are closing, which is very fantastic. We like when these schools make the right decisions and going ahead and closing early, making that right decision. And Jackson, looks like you just got another update there, right?
Yeah. Do we have a tornado warning?
It looks like.
Do we want to check on that? I don't know what that beeping was.
I will check that really quickly and see if we've got one.
Oh, we have a new advisory in.
Okay, so
we have a new advisory. Again, this is for obviously Hurricane Ian. This is the 7 o'clock advisory. That makes sense. At 7 o'clock now. So again, movement. So the movement on this is north-northeast at 8. Winds are 125 miles per hour. Gusts are 180, and our pressure is at 955. So again, we are still at Category 3 strength. Again, that's a new advisory.
So the winds have definitely went down some, which is good. So we're still at 140 mile per hour wind versus what we started. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're at now. We've definitely dropped significantly. Just a little bit. Now we're at 125 from the 140. So that is good news.
So we're at 125 miles per hour with the winds, correct?
Yes. We also have new information coming in from Lakeland Electric in Lakeland, Florida. They are pulling all of their crews from the field until conditions are safe. So again, in Polk County, if your power is out, I would just say don't expect it to be restored anytime soon due to the safety of the linemen.
All right, and it looks like they're still going to continue this tornado watch for parts of the area that you have highlighted in yellow. That we have highlighted in yellow until, I do believe this is out until 1 a.m. Yes. I do believe this tornado watch is out until 1 a.m. So there is still a good chance that there are a couple of areas that could still see some possible tornado warnings tonight. And we're going to be right here. Of course, we'll take breaks in between, but we're going to make sure that you guys are aware of what's going on here. But again, this is what the Storm Prediction Center just issued just a few moments ago, and they're still going to continue. They're still saying the primary threats are going to include a few tornadoes possible. And, you know, it's getting kind of scary because you can see tornadoes during the daytime. You cannot see them at night. So that kind of lets you know, okay, hey, something's going on here. What's going on? So we're gonna have to really stress this to folks that, you know, hey, if there's a tornado warning, definitely need to get to shelter. Definitely need to have your phones turned on, all that good stuff. Make sure notifications are turned on because we want everybody to know where their hiding spot is. If they are stuck without a hiding spot, hopefully somebody will guide them in the right direction to keep that person safe tonight. Because like I said, looking at the 7-day forecast for Tampa, was that an alert update, or is that just?
I believe it was. I think for some reason it might have come in twice, but we look good at the moment.
All right. So right now in Tampa, we are sitting at 71 degrees. There's still some rain. Let's actually take a look now at the Tampa area on radar really quickly. Let's kind of take a look there and see what conditions are right now. Because folks are already aware of what's going on in parts of the Arcadia area. Let's take a look up there in Tampa and let's give them an update on what's happening. So right now it's 71 degrees up there. The rain, you're dealing with some rain and winds right now. And of course, it feels like 71 degrees out there. And the wind speeds is right about 28 miles per hour right now. You're still going to have rain all night long. You're going to have so much rain, and the winds are going to be anywhere between 47 to 49, almost 50 miles per hour between 7 to 11 o'clock tonight. Those winds do kind of turn down as we get into tomorrow morning, especially right around 7, 8 o'clock, where temperatures are still going to maintain in between this in the 70s out there, lower 70s out there. Rain does try to diminish just a little bit, especially as we get towards through the afternoon hours. Heading into the early evening hours, I expect some of that rain to kind of, especially by 5 p.m., maybe lunchtime or something tomorrow. Of course, most folks are not going to be eating lunch tomorrow. They're going to be actually cleaning up. You're still going to have some winds that are going to be picking up between 30 to 32 miles per hour, gusting to about 37 miles per hour possible. And it's even showing here by 4 between actually here we go. So between 12 and 7 o'clock in the morning, between 49 miles per hour and 40. And then as we get towards 8 o'clock, it looks like the trends of the winds start to try to go down, still staying in the lower 30s out there. And then as we get towards nighttime, Jackson, the winds go down, rain chances go down. And by tomorrow, we're going to be looking a little bit better than what we're sitting at today.
Yeah, and I do want to reiterate just for a moment here. Tampa, yes, Tampa has missed kind of the direct hit, but again, record rainfall is, and flooding is possible in this area. So again, just heads up to you. We're hearing right now in Tampa Bay from CBS that water is being sucked out of the bay and into the Gulf of Mexico. So it's almost like a reverse storm surge in a way, if you think about it. So,
right.
Again, that's what that is there. It's kind of what's going on. At the moment, I'm continuing to, we're scanning through reports at the moment. So again, I do want to reiterate right now, we've got tons and tons of power outage reports. We are working behind the scenes to get that map updated for you and on the air. So, again, let me say this real quick, Lorente. Here are the wind gusts we've had so far. In Cape Coral, 140 miles per hour. Sarasota, 86. Ruskin, 85. St. Petersburg, 77. And Tampa Bay, 75. Again, that's the wind gust, the highest wind gusts we've had so far. And power outages are, of course, are still rising. And Lorante, we've got over 1.5 million Floridians without power right now.
Oh my goodness. So again, like I said, hopefully those we can get the power back on for those folks. Like I said, it's going to take quite a bit of time to get that back up. There's one more video that I do want you guys to see. This one was from earlier this morning, earlier this afternoon, where a gentleman had saved a cat from the high waters here. So I'm going to see if I can get that video pulled up, and I'm going to show that with you. And then we are going to take another break, but again, we'll be back. But let me show you this video first before we do that. Looks like we got an update, or maybe that's just them just updating that. So here's the video. Let me get it pulled up here. Jackson, I'm going to kind of take the screen just for a second. I'll make sure to return it in just a second. But want to show you
weather for Weather Command. We need let's swap over to Lorante.
What's that?
There we go. We're getting your computer. We're getting your computer pulled up.
All right. So here's the video.
There we go. Oh wow.
Kitty. Look at Michael saving the kitty. Aww.
That poor precious cat had no idea what was going on, not one single bit.
Oh.
And just to see that, just to see somebody caring about animals like that, it's just amazing. This guy actually took, I think his name is Michael. This is his name. He is a Florida resident. So his name is Michael. He saved this cat from almost dying in this in Hurricane Ian's tracks. So again, kudos to Michael for saving that cat. And Jackson, do you have anything else that you want to say before we go to break?
Not currently at the moment. Again, I just want to update you at the bottom of your screen. We've got that tornado watch crawling there. Eventually, again, there's kind of a lot of warnings, but
that's right. So we've got that tornado watch that you see that is highlighted at the bottom of your screen there. It is out until 1 a.m. for a host of counties now. So we'll continue to watch that. We've got a flash flood warning, one current active flash flood warning that is active right now, or two of them. One of them is actually about to expire in 5 minutes, and three of those counties are in the latest one, I do believe. Let me make sure. So we've got Charlotte's in one. Manatee. So all three of those counties that are about to expire in 5 minutes, you still have another hour and 50 minutes with another flash flood warning. So we've got a lot more ahead. We're going to cover that flash flood warning. And we're also going to have more updates for you in just a minute. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. We're kind of coming back on here and taking a look at Ian. Now, I've got my radar pulled up here, and as you can see, we're tracking Ian right now, moving through portions of the area. We've got flash flood warnings in effect, as you can see right there with Ian. And let's get a look at the winds with this storm. So we're going to switch over to the velocity mode, which is where we see winds. And you can see we've got some ton of winds in this area, some strong winds moving through right now. We usually don't see these very, very bright colors all the time. So this definitely indicates some stronger winds there. Now we're continuing to track this. As you can see, we do have that tornado watching effect in that maroon color there. So again, we have to continue to track this and continue to monitor this. As you can see here, with this, we don't have any tornado warnings, which is good, but that is definitely not out of the question with this. So again, we could have all of that here. Very, very soon we could have tornado warnings and all of that information. I'm turning on my reports here, so give me just a moment. I'm going to try to filter these. I'm going to try to turn all these on so we can see some, get some reports out of this. So, let's see here. Give me just a moment. All right. I think we're good. Again, you can see we do have some wind reports now with this, so we're going to continue to track this right now, some flooding reports as well. We'll have the latest information right now. As you can see, we do have a tornado watching effect, and again, that information is at the bottom of the screen. So you can check there for that. We're going to take another break, and we'll be right back with the latest. Good evening. We're currently still tracking Hurricane Ian at the moment. As you can see, we've got the latest pulled up. We've got StormScan Live Doppler on the left side of your screen there with our looping radar, as you can see. And then we've got our, and then on the other side of your screen there, as you can see, we've got our second storm scan here, and this is rainfall. So this is how much rainfall has fallen. And you can see we've had a ton of it in this area, and we'll continue to see this number go up here, tracking this live. And I'm coming over here to see, as you can see, and near sections near I-75 is where it looks like we've had the strongest amount of rainfall. I'll take my computer full screen here and just get a good look at this again, kind of right near the I-75 area and the 41 areas you can see near Northport, Inglewood, South Venice, Venice Gardens, this area right here. That's where we've had the strongest amount of rainfall. You can see this whole swath in it. Another thing is this tells you kind of right where the storm, where our landfall point was. So again, like we said yesterday, in between portions of Tampa and Florida. And again, this is where we've seen some of that rainfall. Taking a look at the rain at the moment, as you can see, this is live radar. We're still tracking this. We have a tornado watch in effect until 1 a.m. We've got that information at the bottom of your screen there, scrolling across the screen. So we also do have, as you can see, numerous flash flood warnings in effect here, as you can see, for portions of Florida. I believe we had a new one issued, so give me just a moment. I'm going to come over here and read this off to you. So again, a new flash flood warning was issued. This includes Brevard, Lake, Orange, Osceola, Seminole, and Volusia County there. So again, that's our new flash flood. And you hear that alert going off. We have a new, again, that's the same one, same flash flood warning. So again, we're tracking this right now at the moment. So we'll continue to track this throughout the night. As you can see here, so give me just a second here. I'm tweeting this out here so we can get kind of resend this out now that we're coming back from break here to give some more updates. And I will say, yes, Ian is weakening, but there's still lots of traffic reports coming in as well. There's still some strong winds and heavy rainfall in these areas, so we definitely have to still keep an eye on that. Right now, we're getting tons of flooding reports in, as you can see, and we're continuing to track those at the moment. Again, this is still a Category 3. We have over 1.5 million without power in portions of Florida right now. We're expected to continue to see that number tick up. So again, we are definitely not done with Ian. Right now, as you can see, again, looking live on radar, we're still tracking that. And let's turn on the wind mode. Let's see. You can see and what our, if our winds are looking like. Take a look in here. So we've got our a lot lighter, and those lighter colors are indicating velocity. And you can, right now being depicted on our radar system. I'm going to turn on something called the inspector tool, which kind of just tells us, we've got pretty much 60 to 70 mile per hour winds all across the board right now. We're going to continue. We're getting 95, 100. There's probably definitely some strong wind gusts coming out. Coming out of portions of Florida right now. So, again, just a heads up to you. We're going to continue to monitor the tornado threat. As you can see, kind of off to the side. I'll zoom out so you can see it more. But we have that tornado watch in effect there. So again, this goes until 1 a.m. here. And I tell you what, let's pull this up on our Storm Scan 1. I'm going to pull this up here on 1 so that way we can see. Computer 1 here, and you can see here's a kind of a better view of the tornado watch. It kind of shows all the counties included in that. And give me just a second to stop this in motion. There we go. So now you can see those counties in that tornado watch there. I'm hearing some feedback in my ear. I don't know if we have Andrew or Lorante back, but
I'm here.
okay, so we've got Andrew live with us right now, tracking the storm. But again, anyways, tornado watch in effect till 1. Again, that information is at the bottom of your screen. So we're going to send it back to StormScan Computer 2 here for a moment as we continue to track this, and then I'm going to let Andrew take over 1 so he can get his bearings together. So again, strong winds coming out, blowing through portions of Florida right now. We're continuing to get more flooding reports in. Again, if you're in the downtown Fort Myers area right now, if you've seen videos from the downtown Fort Myers area, you can tell it's pretty bad. I mean, almost completely underwater. Some of these videos we've been seeing. We do have permission to show some of these on air, and Lorante is digging through those right now. We're going to create a data set in our graphics. We'll just have some videos to show you here coming up very, very shortly. We're working to get all of those put together here. So again, continuing to track this here. I'm going to go back to the rainfall mode on StormScan Live Doppler radar here. As you can see, as we're continuing to watch these flash flood warnings come out. Again, we've got 2 in effect right now. That new one is in effect until 11:45 p.m. So again, when that new flash flood warning is in effect until 11:45. And again, that includes Brevard, Lake, Orange, Osceola, Seminole, and Volusia County. I believe that might just be a flood warning here. I'm not sure if they've rated how they've tagged that. Coming in from Manatee County right now, we have in Manatee County, the highest gust reported so far is 85 miles per hour, and that's in the northeastern portion of the county. And then we have a 59 mile per hour wind gust reported in Bayshore Gardens. Again, they are Manatee County Sheriff is reiterating that if you are there, then you will continue to see these kind of these conditions throughout the night, and we'll continue to track these here for the next little bit. Tons of videos I'm seeing, and again, we're going to get all of these shared on here. So and I'll kind of give you a rundown at the moment of our latest Ian advisory. I didn't really talk about it since we were kind of already in discussion. But again, this was the 8 o'clock one. So again, the movement is still we're at north-northeast at 8. We're at 115 mile per hour wind. So again, those winds have decreased. Gusts are at 180 miles per hour, and our pressure is at 960. So we're still at a Category 3 major hurricane, Category 3 status right now. And I'm seeing here, we've got a video here from Sunken Gardens. The animals there are staying safe. Nice little video coming in there. Again, there are a number of school closures as well. We have that information. We're going to continue to post out that information there. So again, you can expect. I mean, obviously, probably already know at this point if you live in Florida, if your schools are closed or not. So we'll continue to track that. Andrew, what have we heard? What have we all heard as far as the Carolinas and Georgia go with this? What are we looking like in terms of watches and warnings and potential impacts for those areas?
We could be going to get some hurricane warnings for coastal South Carolina and Georgia, but we have hurricane watches and tropical storm warnings, I think, for now. So we'll see.
Yeah. I am hearing now new report. This is from Wink News. They have evacuated to the second floor due to high storm surge, and we had a video from that. We are allowed to share again. We're working on that. But again, that's coming in. That's from Wink News in Florida, the CBS affiliate for Fort Myers. So, That's one thing that we're hearing right now. Again, there is a curfew in place for some counties, and I will read those counties off again. I know we kind of already read them earlier. We'll kind of reread those off to you, and there might have even been some updates. So, give me just a moment as I get those pulled back up here. It looks like I might have closed out of it. Naples is under a curfew right now. So, again, just heads up. To you. So, yeah, Naples and Collier County is under a curfew. And again, this curfew went into effect immediately once this was issued a couple hours ago. So Naples is under a curfew right now. Right now there. So let's see. I'm going to get this pulled up. Give me just a moment here. Flagler County is under a curfew. This is a countywide curfew will go into effect at 8 p.m. tonight. So that curfew is already in effect there. Again, they are reiterating in here. I'm reading this from the Flagler County officials. They are saying even though Zone A is under the mandatory evacuation, they want the entire county to be in their homes or where they're staying tonight. So again, obviously, this does not apply to law enforcement or federal crews like that. So, let's check in with, and it looks like that might be the only one we have right now. We do not have any curfews in effect for Orange, Seminole, Brevard, Lake, Osceola, Marion, or Sumter counties right now. So again, we're going to continue to update you with curfews in effect. We're going to continue to update you if any more curfews come in effect right now. Obviously, even if there's not a curfew and you know that you've got damage in your area or county, it's definitely recommended that you stay put and stay where you are. Andrew? Andrew, do you have anything new?
No.
Okay. So again, we're continuing to track this here. Let's go back to the Andrew. Can we make sure let's make sure my computer is up here. I want to go back to the rainfall. And let me reiterate, you see this white, I'm going to just talk about this again just because it's, right here near the Northport area, near portions of sections of I-75, Venice, there. This is indicating, and let me just pop this on. I'm going to turn on what's called our inspector. And Andrew, you see this on here?
Mm-hmm.
20 inches of rain about. Again, radar is estimating 20 inches of rain in this area right here in that white. So again, I'm going to turn this inspector back off now just so you get a good look at it. 20 inches of rain now in this white with these white pixels there. So again, definitely a lot. We've got 1.8 million people without power right now in portions of Florida. So again, tons of power outages right now, and I'm sure we're going to continue to see those come in as we continue on throughout the night. Now, Andrew, I will say we have not had any tornado warnings. Our last tornado warning was about 5 hours ago, so we haven't had any tornado warnings for quite a while. And what are you thinking as far as tornado warnings go? Do you think we'll continue to see this trend, or do you think we'll have more warnings issued in the next couple of hours? I think, well, we do have that tornado watch in effect until 1, so I think it's definitely possible that we could see more tornado warnings in effect. Again, that tornado watch includes portions of the Treasure Coast. Andrew, if we can pop that up, we can pop that tornado watch up again. there. So we're gonna get this popped up, and let's turn off the radar data so we can get a good look at this. And again, this includes portions of the Treasure Coast, does not include Palm Beach County, as you can see. But again, this is what we're expecting where there could be some tornado warnings. And again, we've had tornado warnings in these areas last night and even today. So we'll continue to track that. Thank you, Andrew. You can take that back down now, and you can get back to what you were working on. So again, we have the latest. We'll have the latest information on that tornado watch. That is at the. Hopefully, it's still scrolling across the bottom of your screen there. And again, if any warnings come out, those will pop up there too. Andrew, let's real quick. Let's double check and make sure that's still active on there. I want to make sure I haven't closed it out or anything. Okay, we look good. Okay, we're good. So again, we've got that information for you. Now, and do we have any? Can we read off of some flooding reports, Andrew, on radar? Okay. So again, we're gonna try to I'm gonna try to see if I can read these off on my end, if it'll work. Let's see. I'm just going to tap in on some of these. So again, we've got a flooding report, numerous reports of flooded roads and water in homes in the Venice area. Again, this is coming in from Sarasota County right now. So this just came in about an hour ago, actually. So yeah. At the moment, again, we are depicting with this on radar. I do just want to reiterate. I mean, we're getting almost 20 inches of rain in the Venice area, so it seems like flooding is definitely happening there. Okay, so I'm now hearing from the Hearst television family. There is just to reiterate, there's a picture going around of sharks in the Tampa subway system on Twitter. I don't want to reiterate when they're asking to reiterate that is not true. Tampa does not even have a subway system, so there goes that. That should have been your first. Should have been your first clue with that. But yeah. So that's what we've got going on. And again, we're been asked to just kind of talk about that. So again, just kind of make sure what you're looking at. Make sure it's legit there. So right now we are still waiting to we're going to get some videos in here. We're going to show all of those in just a few moments once we continue to get those videos rolling in. We will have a slideshow with that, and we're going to post some out on Twitter as well. Okay. Can we, Andrew, if you're not busy, let's go. How about this? If you're not busy, can we take tornado safety rules just as a precaution? There's a tornado warning. I think there should be a scene already created. What'd you say? Can we take the tornado safety rules?
I'm busy.
Okay. So we'll get that. Hopefully, we can get those pulled up soon. Let me see if we've got anything. So we are getting a new picture came in of a downed tree in Palm Beach, in West Palm Beach. There's one. Um, and I wonder. Okay, so new information coming in. This is from Naples. So the first floor of the Naples fire station, has been flooded with about 3 feet of water. And the firefighters were asked to save or to salvage gear from the fire truck that stuck outside the garage door. Again, this is from Naples Police, or I'm sorry, Naples Fire Department. So yeah, again, one reason that the evacuation orders were issued was not only for your safety, but also for the safety of the first responders. So in a situation like this, if you are injured or trapped or something, you can see they're going to have a hard time getting to you. So, um, okay, Andrew, do we have any? Um, have we heard of any new? I wonder if we can pull this up. School closings for Central Florida. Do we have? I don't know if we have that information again. We did earlier. I'm gonna double check and see if we can get it them again. New information coming in from Fort Myers. This is good news. Water appears to be slowly going down just a bit. So again, we're hoping that's going to continue, hoping that it's going to continue. The wind is still whipping. Again, that report just came in from Fort Myers, from Nexstar's News Nation. Now, check in here. Okay. Let me see. Sounds like we just got a new bulletin. That's for Arizona, so we're not going to touch on that right now. Let me see. And one thing you can kind of show very well, or what shows up very well at least, with this rainfall tracker, you can see kind of right where landfall was in a way with this. So that's one thing, kind of shows that pretty well. We're going to go back to the rainfall here. We're going to go back to rain and get a look at this. So, again, Ian still going here. Just got a new information in. So we're gonna get this pulled up. Um, So we also I do want to reiterate an extreme wind warning is also in effect for portions of Florida. Um, so again, that just a heads up for those areas there. Pretty much anywhere along the west or in portions of Florida right now. We are okay. So again, I'm trying to filter through some of these reports and show some of them if we can and whatnot. Um, uh, okay. Um, let me look on. Let me tell you what. I'll check. We check the Hearst network once more. Oh, we do have a by the way, flash flood emergency for Charlotte, DeSoto, Hardy, Highlands, Manatee, and Sarasota counties. Again, we have that in effect right now. Naples Fire Department is continuing to send updates right now. So again, they still have some buildings damaged, or I'm sorry, parts of their building at the bottom seems like it could be a little bit damaged from the storm surge. So we'll continue to track that. And again, that flash flood emergency, by the way, includes is that Venice area, Northport area, where we saw those almost 20 inches of rain showing up. So that's what that's for. Andrew, I'm going to log out of Team Viewer right now, by the way, just so I can get a better, maybe it'll speed your computer up a little bit more. And again, we're waiting on Lorante. We are going to get some video in. So we're waiting on that information. I'll tell you what, Andrew, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Well, we're still alive. Tracking Hurricane Ian. Ian is currently a Category 2 hurricane, with a center right over Highlands County, Florida. The center's about to move over Okeechobee and Indian River counties, up into Brevard, Osceola, Polk counties. Later on, and back out into the open Atlantic Ocean, and make another landfall. Potentially the tropical storm or Category 1. We do have a flash flood emergency for Sarasota, Manatee, DeSoto, Hardy, and Highlands, for catastrophic flooding. So flooding in those counties of Manatee, Sarasota, Charlotte, DeSoto, Hardy, and Highlands could be catastrophic. So just know that. My computer's overloading, so we're going to have to go on and end the stream early. But we'll keep streaming until Ian is gone. So we'll probably see you again tomorrow. If you have any warnings, like tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings overnight, he does warnings. Don't be near windows if you're in Florida.